Now to our morning business report. More high school graduates are pursuing two-year college degrees.
And some good news if you're in the market to buy a house. Mortgage rates have dropped slightly. That is some good news. Channel 3's Jane King live with the New York Stock Exchange with all of those stories. Good Friday morning, Jane.
Happy Friday to you too, Caitlin. So mortgage rates fell to the lowest point in more than a month this week as war worries ease. So the average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage fell 7 basis points to 6.3% according to Freddie Mac. And rates are still lower than they were a year ago when they were 6.8%. Well, more high school graduates are considering community college over a 4-year school. For the first time, students ages 18 to 20 represented the largest share of first-time associate degree earners. That's going to report from the National Student Clearinghouse Research Center. The cost of a college education and the changing job market making community college more appealing for some. Well, Netflix shares plummeted more than 8% as the TV streaming giant reported quarterly revenue of $12.25 billion. Now that was slightly above expectations, but there were some other things in the report that investors didn't like so much. Also, the co-founder Reed Hastings, who helped grow Netflix, will step away from the company when his term as the chairman of the board ends in June. Netflix also faces competition from rival streaming services as well as short-form video platforms like TikTok. And stocks closed higher again yesterday. S&P 500 and NASDAQ finished at fresh record highs and were positive this morning. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.